order. My apologies, I did not have it on my schedule for today. So anyway, um, hope everyone's doing well, getting ready for the holiday season. Let's look at our action items. We have minutes from the November 2nd meeting. Has everyone had a chance to view the minutes? Any edits needed? Anyone have anything to change? No? All right. If there are no changes requested, can I get a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
And is there,
Second.
thank you. It's
Second.
been moved and seconded that we accept these minutes from the November 2nd meeting. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? No, no one in opposition. All right, thank you. Move on to the next item. It is the loan request from Share Harvest Market. Stephen, is there something new?
Sure. So, as you all know, in early November, the Share folks returned to you all. They had made a request a couple of years back. It didn't quite work out, but they came back, after, it was the project had moved much further along. They're open now. The request was originally for, I believe, construction, but they changed it to operating costs, where they're looking for $100,000, the maximum amount that we have available for that. In the November 2nd meeting, we had Willard Bass join us, and he answered some questions, but the committee did have, a number of different pieces of information that they wanted Share to provide before we could schedule another meeting to discuss this loan request. Share provided that information, and it was sent out to the loan committee as attachments in an email, I think about a week and a half ago. Or actually maybe a couple weeks ago. We tried to find a good date that would work for the committee to meet and talk about it again, especially considering that I think the December 3rd Wednesday is going to be pretty late in the month, pretty close to the holidays. So we found an earlier date you all could make. But today we have two of the members of Share here to talk about their loan request, both Reverend Gary Williams and Reverend William Bass. So I believe that the committee can let me know if they're ready to hear Williams and Bass talk to the committee about their needs and their harvest market.
So are you saying there was additional information since we last met that you have sent us?
Yes, that's right.
What date was that? I'm looking for it.
Okay, let me see here.
It's November 17th. I had to find it.
Oh, thank you, Diane. Yes, I see it there.
All right, well, I don't want to be the holdup, so go ahead and proceed. I'm looking for it.
Okay, well, I'll let them in and introduce. Good afternoon, Reverend Bass and Reverend Williams. Glad to have you join us today. we have a quorum for the committee. So we're glad to welcome you here to talk about the share harvest market loan request, possibly talk about the updated materials that were provided, and the yeah. So how have you all been?
Gary,
You're
you're
on
muted.
mute.
You're muted, Gary.
This is Gary Williams. I'm doing very well. I'm actually away on vacation this week. I'm trying to recuperate. I haven't had a vacation in a couple of years, and my wife dragged me away. And so she's in the other room for the moment, so she doesn't know I'm even on this call yet. But I'm well. Thank you for inviting us.
And I'm doing well too. Thank you all for having us again. We hope that this will be a good resolution for us. Our city has been good to us, and we're hoping they continue to be a partnership that works for all of our goals and future needs and aspirations as a city where the communities help each other. So thank you all very much.
Okay.
Well, thank you. Thank you for joining us today, and we're excited to talk with you about your application.
Mhm.
I think we have some new information since our last discussion. And so if you could just give us a synopsis of where things are in terms of how your operating experience is going, and what you project for your cash flow needs, that information will be helpful. Thank you.
Will you want me to go first? Again, we appreciate the opportunity to make this presentation to you guys today. Have you been to our project? Have you been to 635, the Harvest Market? Come on, show hands. How many of you been there? I want you to go.
I actually have not been able to make it over yet.
No,
Oh,
I keep
Yeah,
meaning,
I haven't.
I
Oh,
keep
shame
meaning
on
to,
you.
and every time I pass it, I remember I was going to and didn't.
Oh, shame on you, shame on you, shame on you.
I know.
It's we opened the doors approximately 40 days ago, and we're proud of the presentation down there. It's a 8,000 square foot supermarket is what it is. We had promised that it would be on the level of a Trader Joe's, and we're working toward that. Again, we've opened the store. We've employed now approximately 15 new employees, and so we have employees there. We've been watching, inspecting the numbers every day, trying to ensure that that we have a thing on the pulse of what's going on down there. And every day the numbers are going up. I looked at the numbers even today, the numbers from yesterday, and it looks like we had approximately 50 persons, that's foot traffic, walk in and buy product. That doesn't count the number of folks who are just at the moment just spying us out. They're gawkers, that's what I call them. And they're coming through and they're seeing what we have in terms of presentation. And we have a full range of presentation down there. The food looks good. We have a wide range of product offering. And I think you'll be impressed when you get down there and see what's going on down there. The most important thing, though, that I would emphasize to you guys again is that this is not an individual project. This is not a project that belongs to Reverend Bass or to Reverend Williams and to any of our other staff persons down there. But this is a project that we brought together whole community, to address a problem, the problem being food insecurity. And we've been working on this project for almost 5 years. And we finally opened the doors. And what we're asking you guys to do is to is to help us along, edge us along a little bit. Again, we paid for a fully stocked store down there. We'll be selling our product. We're selling product, and as we sell product, we're going to need to replenish. We also have salaries to be paid down there. We also have utilities to be paid down there. For the moment, we've gotten some concessions from some of our stakeholders. For example, our landlord has steadied our rent for the moment. He wants to get paid, but he's given us an opportunity to get settled down there, and so he's given us some assistance, and several others have given us assistance too. And so what we're asking you guys to do today is to help us keep our momentum going by way of investing in this store. We're asking for the max. We're asking for $100,000, but we promise to you that we won't waste it. We promise to you that we'll be accountable and that we'll be good stewards of the money that you guys have lent to us. All right? What did I miss?
The fact that we are paying our employees a livable wage, and so that has really been good. The employees have worked hard. We have worked 2 shifts, and we have some great employees that are working for us. So the cost of things is changing. As you know, inflation is going up. So I will say that has been an impact on our projections. And so those kinds of things tend to, hit us, unexpected. And so we believe that this infusion will help us to get to where we need to be in the next 30 days or so.
So you're expecting a lump sum payout? That's what you're asking for? Or are you asking us to spread it out over a period of time?
Well, it would be helpful to us if it could be a lump sum payment. But if you, disperse it in phases, phase 1, phase 2, we would be grateful. We would hope that again that you would disperse it in one lump sum, and that way we could leverage some of what you're providing to us with what we have, and it could get us further down the road. One of the things that we have done is we joined now with a national organization, and just FYI, it's the National Grocers Association. They're a national co-op organization, and we're leveraging their buying power. They're helping us in terms of making sure that we get the right prices on product. The first time around, we didn't get that benefit. We didn't get that savings. But the second time around, as we loop around, we'll get that savings and that benefit, which will help us reduce the prices of our product. So I hope I answered your question. I hope that you will agree to disperse with one lump sum, and then again, as needed, we'll come back and give you reports and show you where we are.
You gave Stephen a list that says market funding, grant source, and debt. Could you explain what all these names and amounts on the list are? Is this received or expected or applied for or what?
That's a good question. That's a very good question. Thank you for asking that. Sources is the folks who've already given us money. And if you look down that list, I think our project, when we first launched the project, we had a budget of $2.3 million. It went up, obviously, because of inflation, cost of buying product and so forth. But if you look at that list, you'll see there's a wide range of folk who've invested in this project. Everybody from the county has invested some money, the city has invested some money, the landlord invested some money. Multiple churches here in Winston-Salem have donated some money. We had money we had a grant from the reinvestment fund. We've received that. So all of those funds we've received. The only funds that we did not receive, we were promised an amount, 600,000 from the Piedmont Regional Planning Commission. And at the end of the day, they didn't disperse 600,000. They said they ran out of money, and so they dispersed 400,000. So that created a deficit for us, right? That 200,000 created a deficit for us. And so we're working through that deficit. And so that's what those sources are. Now, on the other side of that is the uses. You can see that's what we use the money for. Again, I encourage you, I'm begging you to come down to 635 Peters Creek to the Harvest Market and see the product down there. You can see that the money was well spent. We didn't waste any money. We have a prime location down there, and a great presentation. And be mindful again of what our mission is and what our goal is, what our vision is. Our vision is to sell product down there, sell food. And then all the overages, all the profits get reinvested back into our community. Can I explain that? All of the profits get reinvested back into our community. So we're not like a Giant, or we're not like a Trader Joe's, or we're not like a Lidl, where all the profits go back to a headquarters out of the area. No, that project belongs to us as a city. And then what we do is we entertain those folk who are in poverty or who are in the margins and who can't afford to buy food. We've been helping them to buy food. And we do that through the profits. Okay. So this is a community project giving back to the community.
Okay, and you said Piedmont Triad Regional Development Corp. 400,000. It's under debt, so that's a loan that you have to repay.
That is a debt. That is a debt. That's a loan.
Okay, and Piedmont Federal Savings Bank of 30,000, 588.30 is too.
Yeah, they loaned us. They gave us a line of credit when we circled around the city, because everything that we've done has been local. We invited local participation. And so when we went to the local banks here in Winston-Salem, we said to them, we'll park our money in your bank, but what will you do for us? And so Piedmont Federal said, okay, well, we'll give you a line of credit. And that's what they did. They are local. They're community. They understand, appreciate what we're trying to do.
According to our budget, there was a certain level of debt that we could carry, and this all falls within the level of debt that we can carry. So it's not like we are, out of the range of our pro forma. We're still within that range, and so we would ask that you all would help us to meet these immediate needs and continue to move forward with this project.
Yeah, good afternoon, gentlemen. Justin here. Just had a quick follow-up question. I appreciate all this information that you are sharing. It's helpful. Do you know, just as a snapshot of revenue and sales for November last month, do you know what the total of that was?
We're tracking it again. We're tracking it daily. We're tracking daily. The foot traffic, the number of folk who are actually coming in there. When I say foot traffic, I'm talking about the people who are actually buying product. We're actually tracking, again, what our sales are. And so we've captured those numbers for the first 30 days. We're still capturing those numbers for the second 30 days. And so we're on track. I mean, when you look at the numbers and you look at the numbers every day and you see the numbers are going up, that's positive. That's a good thing. We just need, again, more people, and we've tried to do as much marketing as we could, outreach. Again, from the money that you will loan to us, we'll do some more marketing and so forth to get more people to come to the store so they can see it, right? So yes, Justin, we are tracking daily. I look at those numbers daily, the number of folk who are buying product, and then the sales. Right, and the numbers are. I promise you, the numbers are going up.
Gotcha. So I was just wondering if you had a ball. I saw the October numbers, and I know you guys were not open every day in October, coming in at about 15,000, lower 15,000. So I was just wondering if you had a ballpark in November if it was above that.
It was above that. It was almost double that. In October, remember, October was our grand opening, so most of that was celebratory. Most of that was, again, what I call gawkers, people walking through, just wanting to see what the presentation looks like, you know? And then, and so we didn't have a lot of sales, as many sales as we had hoped in October. November was a little bit better for us. November was Thanksgiving. And then we have a drive right now going on where we're anticipating that December will be even better.
That's good news. That's good news.
Our November numbers are being finalized now. We should have the November summaries pretty soon. But as Gary said, based on our tracking them weekly, we did notice that our sales had gone up almost double what we have here. But, you know, of course, our cost did too. The fact that we had more hours, right, with employees, right? Employee labor went up. And so, you know, all this stuff is going up, you know, in unison.
So your question again is, you know, well, how are you guys tracking these numbers? When you come down to the store, you will see that we have a very sophisticated point of sale system. Mm-hmm. It's a point of sale system. It's one of the company that we bought that point of sale system from is a company out of Boone, North Carolina. One of the top 3 point of sale systems producers in the country. And so it's second to none. And so we can see the numbers. We see the numbers every day. We can see what comes in, what goes out, what our discounts are, what we're offering to, you know, in terms of to community, in terms of, you know, discounts on product and everything. We see all of that. Again, if you come down to 635, I'll give you a tour. I'll show you reports and show you how we're doing things. I think you'd be proud. I really do. I really do. It's you know, petting myself on the back.
I'm excited to get down there at some point in the near future. I've seen a few pictures, and it's definitely a project you also be proud of. I just wanted to kind of get a gauge. I know I was doing a quick snapshot of adding up the expenses, and it looked like they're coming in, you know, a little over 50 grand a month with the rent reprieve. So I just wanted to kind of get a gauge of if revenue was tracking in a positive direction, because like you all, I'm sure you all want this model to be sustainable as possible, and I want that for you all as well. So I was just trying to gauge your, you know, what y'all's the goal is of I guess having those two, the monthly expenses and the monthly revenue, kind of even out to make this project as sustainable as possible.
Yeah, we've done that. Again, one of the things that I'm hoping that, you know, we've been very deliberate in putting this thing together. Like I said, we've been working on this for 5 years, very deliberate. And the reason that we've been so deliberate is because we wanted to be a model. We want other folk around the country to see that, oh, here's what a community coming together can do. And just FYI, this is the first venture of a cooperative in a food desert. So people are watching, they're like, oh, okay, let's see if they can pull this off. Well, we can, you know, as a community, we can pull it off. You know, and that's the reason why, again, we've had to come back to you. We've come back to you today and said to you, you know, give us help us keep the momentum going. That's all we're asking.
Stephen, I have a follow-up kind of just technical question as far as city governance and kind of city best practices for the disbursement of a request based on operations to fund operations. Is in the past, when disbursements have been made for operations, is there a kind of a standard calendar you all go by? Is it one lump sum, or is it monthly, or how have you all done that in the past?
Yeah, we've done it in a variety of different ways. Typically, Well, the program as, you know, however the contracts are signed, the program is a reimbursement program. So someone, let's say someone gets a loan approved for just the category operating costs. And there's no specific types of operating costs that are attached to that approval. All someone would have to do is approach me for, give me $100,000 worth of paid invoices to show that they'd had these expenditures and operating costs, and we could issue them a lump sum payment. We also can do things in segments and so forth. We do have some staff flexibility to do partial payments as well. If someone doesn't have paid invoices, if they just have invoices, they can submit, and then we can, issue out a portion of the funds and usually put a hold on any new disbursements until, those funds are spent, and then sort of go back to the well after those disbursements are confirmed. But that's not actually in the contract. That's just some flexibility that we have at the, I guess, at the level of operating, putting things into practice.
Gotcha. Thank you.
I have a question about your customers. Have you noticed that your customers are from the neighborhood, or are they people coming from around the city? What's your gauge on where your customers are coming from?
We have a variety of customers because we have EBT and SNAP. We are tracking those as well. And we probably have at least, 20, 30% folks on EBT and SNAP. And then, the other varies, but it is a variety that come through. And every week, it's a little more, I guess, as people find out about us. And of course, with EBT and SNAP, they get funding certain parts of the month, and so you see more in periods when they actually get their incomes. So, and we're seeing that like right now.
Hey, Carol, one of the things that I noticed the other week was that we had some local folk coming in, and they're carrying bags out, and they're walking up the hill and so forth. One of the things that we've done, or we did 8 months ago, is we have a delivery van. So we can deliver product. And so when people either get on our e-commerce site and say they want product and they want to deliver, we have a van, we can do that. If somebody walks into our store and we can discern right away that, that they're disabled and they ought not to be carrying bags up the hill, we have the capacity to do that. But we have a wide range of folk from all over the city coming into the store. Again, people, just curious just to see how, how we look, what the presentation looks like, what the offering of product is. And so, Carol, one of the things that I say to my wife is everything you want to buy is there. Please don't go to Walmart, go there. And she, she goes there and she's a foodie and she finds what she wants there. I'm inviting other folk to do the same thing, Come on. It's our store. It's our product. It's, it's our profits. We got to keep it in our community.
Yeah, I haven't been there myself, but my husband came there and he did sign up to be a co-op member, and he shopped and found the same brands that he gets at Lowe's right around the corner from our house. So he was, he said the shelves were very well stocked. He bought some food from you had the lady, I think she prepares Jamaican food. He came home with some Jamaican items as well, had a very good shopping experience. He, said the store is beautiful. So he was very satisfied with his shopping experience.
Have you had anyone take you up on the delivery service yet?
We offer that. When you go on the e-commerce site, you can see that you can have product delivered. And we have a little minor charge, but between you and I, we've been waiving that charge because we want to be able to get used to that, right? To get it going. So, we have delivered some.
What are you doing in marketing to keep people, to just remind people that you're there, that you're new? Because I know in the city, people tend to really frequent new places. And so what is your plan for keeping it on the forefront of everyone's mind?
Well, there's several ways that we do that, Carol. When we first opened up in the grand opening, we had various types of specials that we ran. Our suppliers provide a means for us to get out coupons, flyers, that sort of thing. So we were able to develop flyers. During Thanksgiving, we had specials, and we had some theme days or weeks that we had, and we posted those on our website and on our Facebook, and we also sent it out on our newsletter to our members. And so we've been working with our suppliers to have these ongoing kind of a sale. So in the store, you can walk in the store and there'll be some sales things going on that may not even be hit the flyers yet. So we have a combination of those kind of things. We've got a marketing committee now that's working diligently to improve the way we do communicate across the community and using what they consider to be more a customer-friendly language. Matter of fact, they may have had a meeting today and made a lot of good recommendations on things that we plan to put in place going forward.
Okay, well, are there any more questions? Any more comments that you'd like to make? Oh, I had one question. So when we first saw this proposal last time, there was some information about needing to finish construction costs. Has that been taken care of? Or that's still something that you're working on?
That's something that we're working on. We do still have some construction costs that we need to liquidate. Construction was approximately 1.5 million. Of that 1.5 million, we've already paid approximately 90% of that. So we do have an outstanding balance there. We have an outstanding balance to, again, our strategy has been to keep everything in the community. And so the construction company is Davy Construction. And we have an outstanding debt with them. And we're negotiating with them how we're going to repay that. They've been patient with us. And so just FYI, I got to be honest about that, okay?
And how many employees do you have?
How many, Willard?
Somewhere between 15 and 18 employees.
That's right. Young folk, enthusiastic young folk. You got to come down and see.
Oh, it definitely will.
Got to see.
Yep, I'm planning on it as well.
Yes.
What are your hours?
8 to 8. 7 days a week right now.
We're ambitious, aren't we?
I like it.
Yes. All right. Any more questions? Do you know what's on the hot bar tonight? If I stop by there for dinner.
Good
Well,
question, Harold.
we've actually added jerk chicken. There is
Oh, well,
a dish.
yeah, I'm
There's a
coming.
plate. with the jerk chicken combination.
Sounds delicious.
Yep. Chicken and vegetables and rice, beans.
We've only
Okay.
just begun that, Carol.
Yeah.
Just begun that.
Yeah, that's a big opportunity, you know. I think that's a big opportunity. Well, thank you for sharing the information. We're excited about this new location that's open for the community. I know you all worked really hard on it. And, you know, we all want it to be a great success. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you all for sharing with us. This is, you can tell there's a lot of passion and time put into this project. So kudos to you all for getting to this point and getting the doors open and having customers every day.
We can always use more now. Don't say that we're there yet. So continue to get the word out. Let people know that we're there.
Yeah, if we can put out some yard signs, do we have any signs we can put out? You know, we can help you put some signs out and, you know.
Absolutely, we have yard signs. When if you need,
try to drive some traffic that way.
If you need yard signs, you call to the office and we'll even have them delivered to you. How about that?
All right, Steve, thank you. So Stephen, should we go back into
Yes. So
board session?
yeah, thank you, Mr. Reverend Bass and Reverend Williams. I'll get with you after the committee makes the decision and let you know what that is.
Well, we certainly appreciate again the opportunity to come before you and to share this wonderful community venture, and we look forward to you all continuing to help us move forward.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Take care. Have a good evening.
You too.
Y'all too.
Yep.
Okay. So Larry, let's go into a closed session. Are you there? One second. So committee, I think that you all had expressed an interest in voting to go into a closed session to discuss this loan.
Do we need a motion?
Yes, I think I'd like to get a motion regarding this application in front of us for $100,000 to the share
Wait, do we need a motion to go into closed session
Share
or are
Harvest
we in
Market.
it already?
Yeah, I think we need a motion to go into closed session.
Yeah.
Oh, can I get a motion to go into closed session?
So
I make
moved.
a motion that we go into closed session. Oh, second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded. All in favor of going into closed session, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Nope, we'll go into closed session. Thank you.
Okay.
we're ending closed session.
Okay. Well, thank you all very much. I'll make sure to let the sheriff folks know as soon as I can about this decision. If anyone has any questions for me, please let me know. As of right now, it doesn't look like we're going to have anything for the other date this month for the agenda, but I haven't confirmed that yet. I'll reach out whenever I do.
All right.
Sounds good.
Yes. So I guess now we need a motion to adjourn. Is that right?
We just adjourn.
Oh, we just adjourned. Okay. Well, happy holidays. We don't
Yeah.
see, I guess we're not going to see each other again before the end of the year. So happy holidays. Happy New Year.
Happy holidays.
All the above.
Happy
Yes, absolutely.
holiday.
Y'all be safe and be happy.
Yes. Yes. Stay well. Watch out for that flu bug. Don't shake hands. Sanitize.
Right.
Yes.
Carol with a public service announcement.
That's right.
All right,
Okay.
everybody. Have a great evening.